how to get coaching leads for half price in terms of Facebook ads. You see, a lot of coaches don't realize it, but there's a couple audiences that you can start using right now if you want to get coaching clients for literally half the price. And I'm going to give you a few different strategies on how to do this, but this works amazing. And in fact, one of the ads we're running right now that's doing this is giving us a 10x ROI since we launched it, 10 times. So for every dollar we spend on it, we're making about $10 back. And super simple. And the best thing is you can start super small. So let me explain what it is. What it's called is it's called remarketing and custom audiences. Let me explain. Okay. So here's what happens. When you launch an ad, you're taking people, say, from an ad to a registration page. What's going to probably happen is 90% of those people, they're not going to give you an email address. They're not going to register. They're just going to leave. Okay. Also, when the people who register, probably about 90% of those are not going to take action. They're not going to book a call. They're not going to watch whatever it is you have. They're just not going to take action. So what's happening is one of the reasons why a lot of coaches are losing money or not making as much money as they should using Facebook ads is they don't know how to recapture people who have left and get them to come back. I'm going to teach you how to do this. Here's why this is so powerful and why you need to do this. You need to do this because a lot of coaches who are trying to run ads are running ads sort of like pouring water into sort of like your spaghetti strainer, and the water's just going out. And the same thing, you're driving people to your website or to your coaching offer, and it's just burning money and you're missing out. And a lot of those buyers can be the best buyers, okay? It's called remarketing ads. Now, here's how it's going to work. And then the third, I'm going to teach you another audience called custom audiences, number 3. Okay, so we're going to come to that. But first of all, how does it work? Well, what we want to do is you're going to run, let's say you're running a 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, whatever it is, $50 a day ad campaign, and you're driving people to your webinar or your website or whatever. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pixel your site, put some code on there so that it captures the audience. Facebook will hold that audience for 180 days. So think about that. That's half a year. Facebook's going to hold that data for you. So even if you're on a small budget and not using it right away, they're holding all that data. And then what we want to do is we need to figure out why they didn't register. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a small ad. Because remember, your big audience is big. That's cold leads. This audience is super small, right? In a matter of a month, it might only be 1,000 people. And so the cost of running those ads is like $1, $2, $10, that type of thing. It's really small, okay? So we're going to run an ad sending them back to the registration page saying, hey, life gets busy, that type of thing. Go back to this registration page and register. The other thing we can do is go, oh, there's a trust issue. So now what we can do is we can build trust with these ads. So we're able to maybe do a little video ad and say, hey, here's why you need to register for this thing. Here's why I'm going to give it to you. Here's why my stuff's so amazing. And what we're doing is we're building an ecosystem around your ideal client. And so every time that person comes on Facebook, they see you and it creates this mini celebrity status, right? So they're like, wow, and you're breaking down their trust. So we're going to do that. So the other type of ad we can do is we can do sort of an objection handling ad, saying, hey, are these the reasons why you didn't register? Here's what you're going to learn, so on and so forth. And we can create 3 or 4 different types of ads driving them back. Or we can take them to something totally different. You can take them to your Facebook page or your Instagram page or what if you have a LinkedIn following? You can drive them over there, get them connected to your social media stuff or even a YouTube video. And that way they become a follower, they follow you, and you're building this connection, so you're building trust. Because the biggest problem you're going to have right now in the coaching space is nobody's going to trust you. And so what happens is, if all those people that hit that registration page trusted you, your registration rate would probably be about 40%. They don't trust you. They don't believe it. They don't know you. So this way we get a second chance to do this and to get them to know you and create this whole ecosystem surrounding your business, okay? Now, the other thing we do is when people register but don't book a call, now we can do an audience of those people. And that's a small audience as well. And so we're going to create an ad talking about, hey, it looks like you didn't book a call. Here's, we can run an ad giving them testimonials and send it back to them. We can run an ad showing some reasons why they need to book a call. There's a variety of strategies we can do, but what we can do is we can create this super powerful ads that isolate your people on these two different levels and do it that way. All right, now that's the first thing. I explained how it works, and now this is what you need to do. So before we get to the next step, what I want you to do is hit the subscribe button on this video. And what I'm going to do is you're going to get access to all kinds of other videos that are coming out. I create videos all the time on what's working to get clients using Facebook and so on and so forth. I've spent around $3 million in the last 3 years alone. So I take what I'm doing and I put it here on YouTube and give it to you for free. But the problem is, if you don't hit the the subscribe button, you're not going to know about it. So hit that subscribe button. Okay, the next thing you have to understand is what in terms of how to make this work properly is the audience structure. So what you're going to do, or the placements, what you're going to do is you're going to run this ad everywhere. Okay, so we're going to run it on Instagram, we're going to run it on Facebook, we're going to run it, on Reels and stories and all this kind of stuff. So it's absolutely everywhere. Normally, when we're starting with Facebook ads, we run it on the newsfeed because that's the highest quality. But if it's a follower ad, we're going to run it everywhere, okay? Because we're going to get them all over the place and build that trust. Now, the third type of ad that you can use, remember I said that I told you about a different one, and it's called a custom audience. This one's super powerful. Let's say that you have a list of people who gave you a name and an email address, or even an email address, or even a phone number. And let's say it's like a couple hundred people, and you've gotten them from LinkedIn or Instagram or wherever, right? Your Facebook group or what have you. You got a few hundred people. What you want to do is you want to upload this list to Facebook and create a custom audience. Here's what Facebook's going to do. They're going to check all the email addresses and phone numbers on that list and match them to see if there's accounts on Facebook with those people. And they're going to create what's called a custom audience. Now, here's what you can do. You can run an ad to that audience. Because here's the problem with email. When you email your 200-300 people about your new thing, the deliverability isn't all that great, right? What if they're not getting them? They're not reading those emails. An email deliverability rate of 30-40% open rate's really good. So in this case, though, all the people who are on Facebook, they're all going to see your ad. And so you can run an ad to them, getting them to your new webinar, your new ebook, your new whatever, or we can just run these ads to them on a super small budget, $2-3 a day, just helping them to get to know you, to break down that trust barrier. And so what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to connect with them somewhere else, because the thing is, you need to connect with them on multiple places. The other benefit of this is you can also run that custom audience. You could run them to an ad that takes them to follow you on Facebook if you're building up a following, or to connect with you on Instagram or LinkedIn or wherever, because maybe you're building up your organic following. Well, this can help you do that with these custom audiences. And then you're building a relationship over there, and you're getting them into your webinar. And what this is doing is it's creating this powerful ecosystem that when somebody interacts with you and hits something you have, you're pixeling them, and they're getting all these different ways. And when they register and don't book a call, we use a custom audience to get them in that way. And so what this does is, like I said, it creates this bubble. Whereas most coaches, they just run an ad, 90 to 95% of the people leave. They don't do anything with anybody else. And they're like, why is this not working, right? And so when we do this, what it does, it allows you to connect with those people, because a lot of people need more than one contact before they trust you. And this gets more people in, more people to the next step. And the best part is it's super cheap. So you need to try that. I've got two things for you. So the first thing is, down below, there's a link to a Skool success call. Most of you are watching this are from our Skool community. And what we want to do is we want to give you a 15-minute free Skool success call where we're going to look at what you're doing. We're going to help you. There's no cost. There's nothing to buy. It's free, and also it's a free call. There's nothing to buy on that call. So keep your credit card in the freezer. Okay. And what we're going to do is take 15 minutes to look at what you're doing. Look at what's working, look at what's not working, and give you feedback on what you need to do to get more clients, how you could possibly run these ads better, how this could work for you, give you some strategies, give you some context. And we're gonna unlock a few advanced trainings that we have in our Skool community that are normally reserved for our paying clients, okay? So what I want you to do is click that link right below this video or in the pinned comments and book your Skool community, your Skool success call so we can figure it out. It's only 15 minutes, maybe 20, depending on what you got going on. And it's going to help you because what coaches are doing, they're just trying everything. They're trying to figure everything out. They don't know what they're doing. Get on this call. We've spent obviously a ton of money on ads, millions on ads. We've done a lot of these calls and everybody loves them. And we're going to be able to show you exactly what you need to be doing next. Give you some strategies that you can just take away with and go implement them in your business or how to use our Skool community better. All right. So click that link now. Get that call booked because just trying to figure everything out yourself, it costs a lot more than the free call. All right. Click the link now. The second thing is if you're not in our free Skool community, click the second link to join it now. We're going to give you a free 300-word ad template. We're going to give you a whole training course on messaging and ads. And we have a community in there. We have all kinds of live calls, and it's going to help you a lot. So click that link, get in the Skool community, and we'll see you over there. And don't forget to book your free call. Take care.